You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another video, guys. And yeah, we are back. Hello, Mr. Gameplay. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing this afternoon? I believe it's afternoon your side as well, buddy. I'm still in disbelief. I'm still in disbelief about what happened yesterday. Still 100% in disbelief. What happened? How do you explain what went wrong? How do you explain what went wrong? I have no idea how you explain that. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with Liverpool? I'm refusing to move on from this because you expect that we do better, but no. Because right now I'm not even sure that we're gonna be in the top four. Not even sure that we are capable of staying in the top four. Not sure. Let me read what Mr. Gameplay is saying. He's saying a lot of things here. Yes, we are on stream yet, sir. FA Cup match tonight. Yes, I think there's a FA Cup match today. It's Conley versus Wolves. Okay. Forget about the game. Don't want to talk about. Can't run away from this. As much as we say whatever, there's no way we're going to close our eyes and make the rivals forget. Trust me, my phone has been crazy with a lot of people attacking me. With a lot of people attacking me just because I'm a Liverpool fan. They're having the time of their life here. So, as much as I want to move on from this game, it's hard. It's really, really hard. What is wrong with the champions? What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? How do we explain that? It's crazy. The whole day I didn't even know that I was gonna come in the live stream because I just don't have anything to say. It's like my brain is actually frozen a bit. Don't know what's happening here. I would have preferred to lose to any other team, not Burnley people. And also there's a thing that I wanted to talk about as well, which I'm gonna talk about. Liverpool versus Manchester United next game. Yeah, I just noticed that 5 seconds ago, Klopp just went off live after talking about the FA Cup build-up. So we need to prepare for that one as well. Mentally, I mean, not to prepare for anything, but mentally to take the trauma of the game as well when it comes. So a report came in today from the Go talking about how Liverpool have been for the past month or whatever we call it. So it's in the description, which I'm gonna try to read. Hello, mister. Hello. There's somebody just sent a message right now. Okay, next game is, can you put the link, the StreamYard link? Hello, mister. How are you doing? Seems like you have not changed your name, Mr. Daniel, yet. Okay, how are you doing? What team do you support? He supports Manchester United. Mr. Daniel. That you should always know. So, like he just said, yes, he supports United. I see that we have other things that are coming on. We have to move on with the activities and games that are going to be coming on. So we have to build up to that game. And the next game we're going to play, it's Manchester United. So, like I'm saying, there's a report that came in from, and what they were talking about is actually interesting news. Let me read it from my phone. That will make it easy. That will actually make it easier for me to actually explain what has been said. So, the guy is saying this. It's there in the description. If you have not looked at it, you can also go read it. Guys, do me a favor, click that subscribe button, like the video, and Just share this video on your social media. I can't believe that we're still stuck. Trust me, we're actually stuck. Look where we are at 199. That's just crazy. Your confidence. Let me hear. Rubbish. You already got. You're ready to get smoked. I think I'm ready to get smoked. Your confidence after losing to Burnley. Trust me, I have no confidence at all. I literally have no confidence at all coming to this game. I actually have no confidence at all. Liverpool, we have gonna have to so many chances and don't score. We have no confidence. There's the things that I want to talk about. That's why I'm still bringing up yesterday's games. Yesterday it was still Shocker that was speaking. Today I'm gonna try to use my brain to analyze what happened yesterday. So the Reds boss could hardly believe his side managed to lose after having 27 shots at the game in the game, but he has shouldered the responsibility. Jurgen Klopp took the blame for Liverpool's shock 1-0 defeat Burnley on Thursday night, saying it's all my fault. The Red has 68 games in the Premier League unbeaten run at Anfield was ended in a dramatic fashion after Ashley Barnes late penalty saw the Reds staying 6 points behind Manchester United at the top. Liverpool had 27 shots in the match, the most in any of their games this season, but are still yet to score a goal in 2020-2021. Oh my God, we have not even scored. We haven't even had a shot at goal in 2021. Wow, that is huge. We lost the game, which is pretty impossible, but did it. We did it anyway. Klopp said at Sky Sports, "This is all my fault. It's my job to make sure the boys have the right feelings and confidence. That did not work out." Wow, 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 wow. We had the ball a lot and we created some situations are okay, and I don't even want to talk read more of that, guys. If you're interested, you can check it out in the comment section. It's there. Let me read your comments because it seems like there are a lot of comments there. So you guys are happy because we have you won from Fulham. We have lost and we will be so aggressive. Did you draw with Fulham or Brighton, Newcastle, and lost with Southampton, Burnley? Oops, yes, Manchester United have won all those games against those teams. That is 100% true. Signs of champions, 100% true of that. I would I would have earphones and it won't come on. Let's see. I don't have earphones, so I won't come in. Sorry. It's okay, sir. So now let's talk about the games. Let me say something that I just picked up from this. Liverpool 2021, we have not managed to score a goal. 2021, we have not managed to score a goal. Let me check it. Luckily that the evidence is actually there right in front of us. Let's look at the first game that was played in 2021 in the Premier League, by the way. This is now 12. Let me see. This 12 December. Yeah, this is the 4th of 01. We lost to Southampton. We drew you with United. We lost to Burnley. We only managed to score against a team that is supposed to be playing as under 18. So we have not managed to score any goal in the Premier League in 2021. It's not a lie. The evidence shows it. We are actually at all not. We have nothing to hold at the moment. We have nothing to hold. Okay, thank you for that. You should stay on. So that is the problem we have. What is wrong with our boys, guys? What's wrong with Liverpool? What is happening? We created many chances yesterday, could not score. Orig's chance, yes, that should have been a goal. But let me tell you something. This was his first start since the season began. Diva Orig only managed to play 18 minutes in all the games that were played since the season started. Only in 2021 is given his first start, and you have to understand the confidence of this guy was low. And trust me, he played less minutes than any other, but he actually did more than any other player in the Liverpool squad. He did more. What is wrong with our team? What is really, really wrong with Liverpool at this moment? Because I can't get my mind off it. I'm confused right now. We are falling down each and every question every day. Question: do you think United are in a false position, or it's actually Man United being good and taking advantage of other teams slipping up? Personally, it's down to Man United for taking advantage of other teams. You know what I think about that? United are doing the best at this position. Other teams are crap, and they are making sure that they're being better than that. You know what? The Wolves game, I feel like it changed a lot of game. It changed the confidence and the belief of that United squad. The goal that was scored by Marcus Rashford in the last minute against Wolves feel like that was a turnaround moment for Manchester United. And I still believe that is a turnaround moment for Manchester United. But taking everything out and saying everything, we are shit. We are definitely shit. We are in trouble. Liverpool, I wanted to actually say something to the Chelsea fans. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Not understanding your situation where you are now. Now that I'm in the same situation, I can actually believe and actually say that, sorry, guys. I know how it is, like how it feels to not perform, because I've seen it firsthand with my own team. It sucks. It sucks bad. And you can actually see that this is something that is going to keep happening a lot. I actually understand what Chelsea are going through at this moment, because trust me, we are that bad as well. That is how bad we are. I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think we need to do? What do you think we need to do? We need to sign people. We need to sign players. And I feel like unless we do that, then we're getting nothing. That's the truth. Unless we do that, we're getting nothing. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. I hate the team when we are called individual FC. I hate it because everyone needs individual moments in a team. I also think it is people being salty. Yes, guess what? Whenever you are champions or whenever you are up there, trust me, you should be ready for the banter. People are gonna throw as much as they can, as much as they can. We're gonna look for the small little things and try to make it a big deal just to throw it in your face. Because that's what happens. When you're not doing so well, we won't do. Sorry, I have internet issues. It's okay, Mr. Gameplay. It's okay. It's okay. It makes sense. But like what I'm saying, it's always gonna be like that. As trust me, Liverpool when we were winning, how many times were you guys coming to say Liverpool? Were you seeing guys saying crazy things because you could not take the situation that this team was actually winning? United are doing that in this season, and they're gonna try to look by any other point to try to make this team look like they're not doing anything because that trust me, we're gonna try to take our frustration of our team and try to throw it at United because we cannot accept it that you're on top of us. So it's us being salty. That's how it is with. So you actually have to accept that. Sorry for the internet. It's okay, Mr. Gameplay. Do you think it's down to Klopp for not buying the right players, or it's for the board for not backing him? Surely it's because it's off the board. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, it's the board. It's the board. Trust me why I said the board. Because the board don't want to bake him, don't want to give him exactly what he has to get. So it is the board 100%. Just because of how many injuries you guys had and not baking up after selling Deja Lovren. Yes. It's because of the board. It's all because of the board. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Hello, Mr. Gameplay. Hello. Wow, your internet is bad. Is better than yesterday.
Oh, hello?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay. I'm good. still talking about that Liverpool Burnley defeat.
We have to. We have to. We have to. There's no way. Because trust me, if we keep quiet, I'm gonna be listening to other channels making fun of my team, and I am a supporter of Liverpool. Let me try to
Just
come up
forget
with a
about it.
better way. How do you forget about not
Forget
winning in the
about it.
past?
Just go on to the next game. Let's focus on the next game. We have Man
In the
United next.
in the next 5 games, in the last 5 games, we've not won a game.
Liverpool are looking for the next game against Man United. They want to look back at Burnley, at that Burnley game.
Trust me, I'm stuck in the past. By the way, guys, I opened a TikTok account for the Football Connect.
Yeah.
Go watch my first 2 videos. They are totally crap. It's me just disbelieving what happened. It's crazy. It's just not making sense at all. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
we'll see. United. Klopp just made some comments about the United game, what we're gonna be doing. I've not watched it.
I know.
I have to go watch it.
So many Man United fans would make fun.
That what?
So many Man United fans were making fun because Liverpool lost.
You see? You
No,
can't
but
even
look, I
dance
have to
with
tell
them.
you something. Man
Mm.
United lost to Burnley 2-0 last season, and that at their home.
Last season and this is this season.
No, but it was this January. Look, Man United vs Burnley. They lost. And it was this 2020. Last year.
The difference between Manchester United and Liverpool is this: we won the league. We have been making a lot of noise for the past 3 seasons. So no matter United lost to Burnley and what, and guess what? This Burnley, the worst part about this Burnley, they broke the strike. They broke the winning strike. It's over. It's gone. I remember in the WWE. I don't know if you watch wrestling, when the strike of the Undertaker of Unbeaten was broken. Everyone
We
was
are
shocked.
unbeaten, yeah.
And imagine he was fighting with somebody like Brock Lesnar. We were playing with Burnley, for Christ's sake. Burnley! It is the team that beat us. Burnley. It is the team that beat us. And that's
I
what
can't
don't
believe
understand.
it. But
I would
next
have
game,
taken. I would have
it's
taken it. I would
just
have
forget
taken
about.
it. If
Oh, it's Peter.
I would
He's
have
gonna
taken.
say so many bad things, man. But they
I would
lost
have,
to Burnley too. They lost Burnley 2-0 last year. They lost 2-0. One a
last
rough
year.
patch right now. One a
Last
rough
year.
patch. Man United won a bad patch last year. I mean, this when they started the Premier League, they lost 3-1 to Crystal Palace at their own home.
You know what we're doing here at this moment? Just trying to look for somebody else to push the pain away to another team. At this moment, we are shit. We made the crazy things and we are suffering from it. So it's crazy. What do you want to say, Mr. Peter or Mr. Daniel? I don't know what should I call you. What do you want to say, sir? Just make sure you add something so that you can actually hear. We can't hear you. Oh, let me hear what you want to say, Mr. Gameplay. We suck. We suck right now at this moment. But don't you think Klopp would be begged by the board? I don't think he will be begged by the board. I don't think he will be begged by the board.
Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp yesterday, he said that it was his fault. But I don't think it was
Yet
his fault.
he is
It's the
always gonna
player's
say that.
fault. It's the player's fault. It's 4 games now, no
He's
goal.
always gonna say that.
Okay,
Because
look.
that's how much of
Look,
a
no.
manager he is. He takes the blame from everything and he puts it on her. But we clearly see that Firmino is shit at this moment. The problem with Klopp was him putting Firmino and taking out Diva Ori. He was arguably taking the best player in the team and putting a player who has been crap for the whole season. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but look, Liverpool vs Man United. Liverpool are gonna have so many goddamn chances like they always do. They're gonna miss it always, and then we're gonna win on penalties. Liverpool
Mr.
will
Peter
miss
says
their
something.
chances. They don't score a goal.
He's a Liverpool, he's a United fan. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. By the way, you saying about the Burnley loss, yeah?
Mm.
We look at it. You compare the two teams, yeah. You have Salah, Firmino, Fabinho, Allison, Trent, Robertson. We had blimmin' Phil Jones at the back. Okay, we had Brandon Williams. We were out of form. We didn't have Fernandes, Pogba, Rashford. So yeah, that was that. And then also,
Last season, Phil Jones was even playing.
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. It was alongside with
In the
Maguire
Burnley
against.
game, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. If you search it up, he was. I remember him being bodied by Chris Wood. It still hurts. Anyway, yeah, but I actually kind of felt bad for you guys because you have so many injuries. But I think Klopp was backed by the board. He just didn't make the right signings. Because I rate Thiago and Jota. It's just that it's because you know how he didn't sign the backup after he sold Dejan Lovren. So
Yes.
if he didn't sell, he didn't really think ahead because Gomez is injury prone. Van Dijk isn't, but he just got a season-long injury prone.
Exactly.
Injury, sorry. And Matip is injury prone anyway. So you have 3 centre backs, but Fabinho has now been transformed into one. So I honestly think that it's on Klopp a little bit, but it's also on the board. It's just him not making the right decisions.
Okay, let me say something like this. Let me say, for example, Klopp is asked by the board, we need to get you a player. Then Klopp says that, no, I'm okay. Then these guys are looking at the players that are there and they're saying, these guys are never fit 100%. Do you think somebody who cares about that team would actually allow something like that to happen? You understand what I mean? Because I feel like
Yeah.
it's the board's fault. They did this to Klopp. Maybe Klopp was like, he wants this. Because Liverpool came out and they were saying that they were interested in buying Ben White. What happened to that? They came out because it shows that Klopp was interested in the player, but we didn't sign him.
Yeah.
We came out saying that we want Upamecano. But the
Mhm.
reason why this thing didn't happen is because the money was not let go, and the money has to be the board. You see where my problem is?
Yeah. But I think like there was these people, he was saying sell Mane and sell Salah just because they're at the peak. I know Mane's a top player and I know Salah is. But you know that there's been rumours coming out like Salah's moving to Madrid. I still won't believe it until like a top tier journalist. But I think Mane, I know how he hasn't been on form this season, he's still come up with some magic. Would you sell him for like 150 mil so you can rebuild the squad and like getting new players? Because I think there's been a burnout because of all the hard work to get Champions League and Premier League. And also, would you take a different manager now? Because Klopp, I think he's rattled. I just think he's rattled.
No,
That's just my
no,
opinion.
we're not going to change Klopp.
Yeah. Would you so do you think Klopp's rattled or do you think he's playing mind games?
I will never do that at all. Reason why?
Yeah.
Why would you want to take Klopp out? Why would you want Klopp out? That doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
I just think
In it.
maybe because what's his contract? 2024? Is it? It's
2020,
up
is
until
it 2024? Yes, 2024. Yes,
2023.
2023. Yeah.
yes.
Who would you take Poch? I know he's at what's it called, PSG,
Is
but
a
that's a
PSG now?
short-term contract.
I don't think we are at the moment to be talking about looking for managers for Liverpool at this
Yeah.
moment.
No, it's just a long-term plan. It's just a
Yes, it's a
long-term.
long-term thing, but I don't mind, as much as maybe people might not want to hear this. Let's talk about Stevie G. Stevie G and what he's doing in the Rangers.
Yeah.
I would think that unlike all the other managers who are managing their teams right now, like Arsenal, Arteta, and all those people, Stevie G is actually doing better than all of those guys. I know he's in Scotland at this moment, but he's doing better than other managers. So I'd actually go for him rather than to look for other managers
Yeah.
just to no nonsense into
Mm,
the team. But even though we are not supposed to be talking about managers at this moment, I just feel right now, thinking about selling a player like Mane is just
mm.
bringing back that Coutinho
I'd get
situation back
Mbappe.
again.
You
I
get
can't
Mbappe.
take out.
Yeah,
I
Mbappe
can't
is.
lose.
I swear he's on a free contract. On a pre-contract this
I
summer.
can't lose money for even Bampe. Trust me, people. I will never do that. Either I might lose
Really?
Salah, not money.
But
No,
Mbappe's
not
like a
Mane.
future star. I'd take. Um, but
Money.
if you had to, would you out of the front three, who would you sell? I know you're probably going to say Firmino, but Firmino is hot trash. He is awful. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
but he's pretty
100%. He
awful.
is.
He's
His
not that
dentist
trash.
must be playing half his.
He's
Yes,
not
he
that
is.
trash.
Yes, he is.
He's
Oh my
average.
days. He's average. And then why? Some Liverpool fans have been.
You know
I'm
what's
talking to
happening?
my mate
Let me tell you
earlier,
what's
who's
happening with
calling him
Firmino.
world class.
Let me tell you what's happening with Firmino. People are comparing him with his former self. Is that the same situation with Messi for Christ's sake in Barcelona? People compare Messi's current form with what he did in the past. That's the same thing with Firmino. Firmino has scored goals. He has done a lot of things for Liverpool. They were so crazy with the Coutinho in those situations, and even when Salah came to Liverpool for the first time. So that's why people are trying to compare him with what he used to do. And I think he has went through the process of burnout, and he has not yet recovered from that. And for that, he is awful. We have to accept that he is awful. But you can't, if we say that we choose one player to go in the front three, I'm tired of saying that we have a false nine. I just want a Diego Costa type of a player. I just want a Haaland type of a player, a person that will score goals 90% of the times when he
A
gets the ball.
different type of
A
striker.
Giroud.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I'm tired of saying that. No, we want a player who's going to play as a false nine. I'm done with that. I'm done with that with Liverpool. It has happened for the past 3 seasons. It worked. It's time for us to move on from that. We need at least let's get this guy, the guy who's at Borussia Dortmund. Let's get him, or even bring him back. We
Yeah.
just need a gunman. That's why I'm saying that I'll take Diego Costa. He's a free agent at this moment. I'll take him. He will do better this in January.
You would take
need-
Diego Costa.
I'll take him. I'll take Diego Costa.
Would you take
because I know he
Cavani?
will
Would you
score.
take Cavani?
No.
Cavani.
No.
What do you mean, bro?
No.
Oh,
What do you
No.
what do you know?
No.
You know what? You know why is he saying no?
Cavani's better
He's
than
saying no
Firmino.
because he's now at United. But
Yeah,
if he was out there and he
at
was
PSG.
going to do like what he's doing at United, I would have taken him. Because we
Mm.
don't have a player who's doing that at Liverpool, who's positioning himself at the correct place to score goals. We just don't have that at the moment. And as much as it will hurt me, I'll take anybody right now who can score goals.
Mr.
Remember,
Gameplay, you have an agenda.
let me hear
man,
gameplay.
you.
Let me hear
Look, I've just
gameplay.
seen your chat
Yes,
messages.
Mr. Gameplay. Let me hear
Do you
what you
think
want
we could win against Man United on Sunday?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I'm
I'm a
going for a
Liverpool fan,
win.
but I don't see it.
On
I'll see it as a
penalties. Penalties.
penalty. Do you know
Penalties.
United have better
You're
penalty
gonna
takers
make
than
you
Liverpool?
soccer pens. You lot
Liverpool, let me
soccer
tell you
pens.
good penalty takers
Man,
for
you
Liverpool.
suck at pens too. They can't
Let me
even put
What
a
do you
shit.
mean?
let me tell you our best penalty takers in Liverpool. It's
Salah.
Salah,
Yeah,
it's Milner, it's Fabinho. Tell me who comes after those players?
exactly.
Who comes after those players? Firmino.
Salah's always the
Firmino.
penalty taker.
Yeah, but you just said it would go to pens, so there's gonna have to be 5 penalty takers at least.
Yeah,
And
but they're gonna
penalty takers, they're
score.
gonna
Just
lose.
like Chelsea in the shootout.
Hang on a
How
minute.
many
So
how many
let's
times
listen.
have we
But
lost a penalty?
remember Man United versus Derby County. You lost, was it 7-8 to Derby County on penalties?
Mate, that's when we played Phil Jones. Okay, Phil Jones is like he's a BTEC slabhead, mate. He is awful. He's
But at the
he-
moment, just telling you, just saying the facts here, guys. Who do we have who can take a penalty kick right now to Liverpool?
well, Salah obviously.
Salah, of course. Salah, Milner, and Fabinho would definitely do that. Those are goals, I'm sure. about
Firmino's
those.
all right at it, but
Firmino is
Mane,
good as well. Who else? You can never
Mane,
make money take a
Curtis.
penalty.
I
I've seen a
remember
lot in Africa to say money take a penalty. No.
was it
Money
Brewster?
sucks.
Brewster
Brewster is
cost you
one
the
who missed
community
against
shield.
Arsenal. Against Arsenal, if I remember.
Well,
But
let's list
money
United.
sucks in penalty.
Let's list United's penalty takers.
Rashford,
Cavani, Rashford,
Cavani, of
Bruno,
course, yes.
Pogba, Martial, Tellez, Mata.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I've
8.
never seen the Robertson taking a
But
penalty.
I thought we
Trent
could
No.
Alexander,
pens.
Trent Alexander-Arnold might score a penalty though. Thiago might score a penalty.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
Thiago is more of a he's not a pen taker. He's more of a set piece player, like a free kick specialist.
But you haven't
instead
seen
of
him take penalties. He's very good.
Yes, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. He
When is he
might.
taking pens? I haven't seen him take pens.
I've never
Was
Because
it a
seen him
Salah
take
Bayern,
is a
like in his
penalty
earlier
taker.
career?
We're not on
Yeah,
penalty.
in
We're getting it
Liverpool,
with
of
your
course,
name.
it's Salah, of course. But now think about it. I've never seen Thiago
What
take a
are your
penalty.
guys'
I
score
think he can.
predictions? What are your guys' score predictions?
Trust me, I think I'm gonna stick up with what I've been doing for the past years or days when it comes to give predictions. When it comes to Liverpool,
No.
I'm
No,
not doing
no, and
that
you
at the
win on
moment.
pens. You win on pens then.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that because if I say that there's gonna be a goal, I don't even know who's gonna score that goal.
Liverpool always don't score a goal. They're gonna have so many chances they're gonna miss every time. You don't see them
Yeah, but you
scoring.
20,
didn't really create any
27
against United
chances. So it means
this
the
season.
midfielders created the 27 chances
Mm.
for the front three and everyone, and they couldn't do anything against Burnley.
Yeah.
You see what
Mm.
I'm talking about? You see what we're
Yeah,
dealing
I
with
don't
at this
think your
moment.
midfielders create enough. Like you're relying on the flat. If you're, let's say, if Trent or Robertson got injured,
Did
you
you
would have half the
did you see
creativity you'd normally
how
have.
how we were so lost against the Burnley that Trent Alexander-Arnold kept on trying to cross
Mm.
balls, and
Yeah,
they were just hitting on the Burnley defense,
I don't
and
know
he
why you
continued
would
doing
do
that,
that.
hoping for a
For
better thing
someone
to
to get a header in and score or get
Yeah, but
hit in, they
yeah,
couldn't even do it.
yeah, but this is against Burnley. They're very physical.
Exactly, and they're so good when
They
they
have
come to area
Tarkowski.
balls.
They have
Area
Tarko
balls, they're
like
so good.
Firmino. Let's compare Firmino's height to Tarkowski. Who do you think's going to win the header? Tarkowski, obviously. But
We don't have any of
you don't
that at
really
the
have a
moment.
backup plan if you can't cross. Is if it's
But we
only if only if the crosses doesn't reach the back post or and no one
now
gets a
that's when
tap
I
in.
feel like Klopp is using Thiago wrongly. Because
Yeah.
Thiago is able to set balls in the middle easy for the players, but where Klopp is making him play, it's hard for him to do that.
Mm. Tiago, I think
So
is being used. He's playing very deep. I
very
know what he's
wrongly.
trying to do.
Is
He's trying to make Liverpool control the game so they can get more crosses in the box. But what I'm thinking is that they're being found out, and I think your players are tired. They need a rest. You don't have the squad depth
100%.
to do that. You don't have the squad depth. Like
Sam, what
I'm
did
just
I
real.
say? We should put Minamino on.
Yeah, but
Minamino.
Let's compare Minamino's to Firmino's quality and the output.
Minamino's
Minamino's a
good too,
decent
man.
player, yeah, but he hasn't really produced anything in a Liverpool
Yeah,
You
because
know,
he's
you know,
not
side.
playing.
Yeah.
yes, I
But
am.
like the things that I've seen him from, he hasn't like in Champions League games. He hasn't
He's
really looked like he's gonna create a massive spark.
Exactly.
And
he was
I
good
think
against Crystal Palace.
He
yeah,
was
but
good
that's one
against Crystal
game.
Palace, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
if
one
because
you
he
game
doesn't
though.
play.
let me now tell you the problem, guys. Let me now tell you the problem with our team is this that people don't even look at. We have all these players, the Minamino, the Diva Origi, who are at least we hope that if they're given the chances or the time, they can do something in
Yeah,
this team.
innit?
But the problem is this: Klopp is just, I don't know, is he in love or something with this
Mm.
team the regular players that he puts on who are producing nothing, but he still keeps them in the team
This is
and
where
hoping for a different result.
This is
That's where
where I
the
think
problem
you
is.
have a problem because you spent how much? I think 40 mil on Jota and 30 mil on Thiago. I think Thiago would have been 80 mil if he was not out of like running out of contracts. But
But
Okay.
look,
you got
we're
Thiago
going.
for like a really good deal. But apart from that, you built on a squad. Last season, you ran away with the league because you were built and you were ready and you were always going to win it at the
Exactly.
beginning. And no one really had the same squad depth as they do now. The
Exactly.
problem with Liverpool now is that teams have built up. Like Man U,
And
look
we
at our
and we
bench,
have
look at
picked up
our
injuries. You
and Man
see,
City, yeah, like this is what I mean. When you get injuries, you'll see a Liverpool decline, and you have seen that. By the way, I got to go in like 2 minutes, so I'll leave then. But yeah, I think what you're seeing now is if you don't get a centre back, this is showing a lack of ambition from your club because what if you don't get someone, you don't want to defend your title, and
Well,
that shows a lack of ambition
well,
from your club and your owners just because of your centre back injury crisis. And then you could actually have squad depth for the future because Van Dijk, I
well,
think, is coming back in a month, but that's too late because the Prem might be out of your reach by then.
exactly.
we're going on a
But
rough patch right now,
Yeah.
basically.
And you
Like
can't really,
Man United, they were in a rough patch at the start of the season, and then after that, they kept on winning games.
yeah,
That's why they went
because
through.
we didn't get our summer signings in when we weren't fit. But everyone, because we had what is it, semi-finals when you were having pre-season, so it was that, and also the 6-1 was a complete fluke, and 7-2 was a complete fluke, just because both teams had off days, and Man U had a red card, which was
Exactly.
not a red card, but I think it was inexcusable, your result, and so for Man U. But yeah, I'll see you guys later then.
But that
Yeah,
was at home, just 6-1 to Spurs.
yeah, and you lost 7-2 to Villa.
But that was at home.
Yeah,
You know what?
exactly. No, but that doesn't matter. There's no fans in the ground. What difference does it really make?
Still. should
Yeah,
win.
okay. I'll
Wow.
see you
What do
guys
you
later.
think?
Yeah, I'll still be in the stream in the comments. Yeah,
Okay.
right. See
Thank
ya.
you very much for that. So, let me tell you something that I have in my mind. I look at my team, I look at the squad, and I'm like to myself, we have sold a lot of players. We have sold a lot of players. The likes of let me just talk about the players we sold. Deja Lovren. We've sold this guy. What's his name? The young kid to Wolves. We've sold Dominic Solanke. We've sold Danny Ings. We've sold who else? We have sold a lot of players for Liverpool that have been sold. That money and the money that we won after winning the Champions League, the Premier League, and the Club World Cup and the Super Cup, all this money coming all together. And in those past time, we only bought Thiago for 30 mil and Diego Jota for 35 mil. Where is the rest of the money? Where are they? Why are they saying that there's a problem with the money when we have a lot of money that this team has put on, and we cannot even tie it on and put a better deal on a player like Gini Wijnaldum, a player who has done better for the team. We cannot even do that. What is happening with it? What are the Americans doing with all this money?
I don't know, like, they have to, as I said, they're not, like, winning games. They have to up their game. They have to put, like, Minamino. He hasn't played. If he played, he might score. Because last time he didn't. No, last time he was on the bench for so long. He came against Crystal Palace and scored 1 goal. He was very good. If he comes on,
I hear what you're saying. So we're gonna be here. I don't really know. I think when I'm done with these things, I'm not really sure
2
for how
minutes,
long.
man.
You're gonna be here for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
need
be
to
there
go.
until maybe around the 25, or maybe let me just say right now it's almost 15 past, right? Wherever you are, I don't know what time you are. So I'm just gonna say maybe 10 or 11 or 15 minutes I'll be here.
But
Then I'll be off.
I have to go. As I said, Liverpool are gonna win for Man United on penalties. They're not gonna score. Trust me. They're not gonna score. Or Man United could win that. Man United or a draw to penalties, we win. Because we're more better than Man United penalties. Bye.
Okay. Whatever you say, sir. Me, I'm just trying to be a realistic guy. I'm just trying to face reality and make sure that I say exactly what I have to say. We have not at all. Listen to me, Liverpool fans. Listen to this words that I'm saying. We have not at all in this 2020 scored any goal. We have not done that at all.
Good evening. I'm
We have
back.
hello.
Yeah,
We have
sorry.
not
One sec.
scored a goal.
So I just wanted to check with you. What are your top 4 predictions for this season? Like, I think United could finish. I don't even know what United. It's like it could be like a Leicester season. No one's actually predicting what's going to happen, and then something out of the blue
This season
happens.
reminds me of 2016 a lot.
Yeah, and
It reminds me of 2016 a lot.
it's much more different just because of how there's no fans in the ground.
Exactly.
So, what are your top 6 predictions?
What I think is this. I think United or City, one of those will be number one, followed by Leicester.
Yeah.
United and City, the 1 and 2, those are the places where they'll take them. Then we
Yeah.
have Leicester City. Then we will have either Tottenham Hotspurs, because I feel like they're gonna go on top of us. Then from then, that's when Liverpool start going on. From then, from the championship going down. But the top 4, I feel like if we do this, I don't think we can reach that. If we do
Yeah,
this,
just 1 second. I'll just need to do something real quick. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
yes. I don't feel like we will do that because it's just bad. We are just not doing anything, and that is eating me alive, people. So I want Liverpool fans to listen to me, guys. I don't want to be saying crazy things here. I don't want to be giving you some crazy things here. At this moment, we are at our worst. And it doesn't look like things are going to get better because every time, whenever we are hoping for the best, we are becoming worse every single damn season. So we have to accept the reality and just hope that Europa next season we might be there because I don't feel like top four will be there. It hurts to say that as a Liverpool fan, but I have to face reality, people. We don't have goal scorers in our team anymore. Salah is not doing that. And Firmino, I don't even expect him to do anything. Mane is just going to be doing as much as he can, working so hard, but not producing anything. And we have other players like Takumi Minamino. We don't know what's going to be happening with them. So at
Yeah.
this moment, top six will be a high reach.
For me, yeah, I think your next game is it's not in the FA Cup. I think it's in the Prem. You got Spurs. If you drop points there, I will
No, the
say
next game it's United.
yeah. No, like not in the Prem.
Yes, yes.
Not
Okay,
in
the
the. I think if you drop points there,
Mm.
you know Spurs have a game in hand over you, and I think they're 2 points behind. 1 point
Yes.
behind. Sorry, if they beat you, they'll go 2 points ahead, and if they win their game in hand, and United win their game in Sheffield United, we'll be 9 points clear, and we'll be 4 points clear of Spurs.
Listen
And
to
we'll
that.
also thing is, yeah, I prefer a draw just because then both teams drop points. But I think what will happen is, I honestly think that maybe if you get a result there, the tides could turn. Like with your whole season, topsy turvy, because this whole
Mhm.
season is like United have been the most consistent team over this last calendar year, just because
100%.
like we've been unbeaten. I think Paul Pogba recently really stood up to the challenge. I've also
Yes.
thought that Bruno, although he hasn't been contributing, he's still been involved in the game. Like what people look at now is just because he doesn't get involved, he won't. He's not a good player, and I don't.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been
a good
called stat
player.
padder and all that, and I just don't
No,
think it's very
let
fair.
me tell you something. I'm saying this as a Liverpool fan. Listen to me, because I know what you're going through. They'll always pick up the greatest players because of hating how good you are being as a team. Bruno Fernandes, we all know that he has done a lot. He is the best player right now in the Premier League. We might not like it or what, but he is the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Look at Van Dijk. When he was the greatest player, a lot of people were trying to pick up in him whenever the player passes through him and small things like that. They were picking them and they're making it a bigger thing because they cannot accept that you're doing so good. They take out the frustration of their own clubs and put it on an individual player who's doing brilliant at the moment. So that's what Bruno Fernandes is going through. Every team goes through that. So if you look at it and you listen to it, it's gonna bother you for I don't even know. So you just have to ignore those people because they're always gonna do that. But saying that as well, it is bad.
Yeah. I think you're kind of missing a player that takes risk. I think what you're trying to
Exactly.
do is your players play it safe. You don't, although you have Thiago on your side, you you don't have like that creative midfield. Like Thiago controls the game. He doesn't create. He hasn't got zero. He's got zero assists in I think 3 years, but he's still a great player. And but like you've tried Shaqiri at 10 against United, didn't really work. United were really good defensively that game. Probably should have won it with Rashford slipping the ball through to Cavani. That really frustrated me. But I think if you get a creative midfielder, because Gini Wijnaldum's going to leave, isn't he?
Aish, aish.
I
That
think
hurts me a lot.
for a con, yeah, the hero against Barca, but
Barcelona.
yeah, but yeah, if you get a creative midfielder, back up for right back, centre back, and maybe a new creative midfielder and a striker, I think you will retain your title. But I don't. You're not going to get that in one window. It's more of like an overhaul in the summer. So yeah, but I gotta go now. Right, see you later then. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
might.
yes.
Are you gonna do maybe a stream later, or is that you done for the day?
I'm gonna be doing later on. I think around, let me just say, in 2 hours time, I'll be doing a transfer roundup, just looking at whatever that has been happening
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
transfer news. That's the
Yeah,
last
right.
stream that I do. Then maybe
Yeah.
we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, right. I'll see you later then. Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Seven for that. It means a lot. We are working so hard at the Football Connect so that we grow. Thank you. That means a lot to me. But anyway, just saying what you guys, I respect everyone, whatever you're saying. That means a lot. Exactly. You are giving all these thoughts, and I know we are trying, but it's not working out for us. So I'll be doing the transfer as well. Yes, you'll be live for that Mr. Gameplay. That is always important. But anyway, do me a favor, guys. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Always important to the Football Connect. But like I'm saying to the Liverpool supporters, let's just forget about this season. You know what? Let's just forget about this season. But I'm just hoping that maybe we stick up for the top four. But I don't see it as well because I still don't see a goal scorer. And the club just said that Diego Jota will be out for the next. Can you believe this? For the next 2 weeks, and that is a lot because there are a lot of games that are going to be played in between those times. Thank you very much for that. Say it means a lot. There is a link in the description if you want to come in. If you want to come in, that is a lot. Let me see. Let me try to show you the link. If you want to come in and you ever want something that you want to say, thank you very much for the love and support. We are always going to keep trying to produce content every time as the Football Connect. It means a lot. We'll keep trying by all means, and I know we'll get there. There's the link. You can go click it if you want to join in and you have something that you want to say. Let me see. I mean, next stream. Yeah, the next stream will be the transfer news, of course. Love the work. Yeah, guys. See you later. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. That means a lot to us. Anyway, guys. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, if you scroll up there, you see a link. Let me just pin it up there. Let me just pin the stream if you want to join in so that it becomes easy for people to see it. There's the stream. It has been pinned out there, so you can just click it if you want to join in and want to say your thoughts. But I think I've said it all, guys. I've said it all. It's just too much. It's hard to believe. We lost it to Burnley. Our winning streak is being broken by Burnley. That's what I cannot accept. That's what is eating me up, guys. We lost our unbeaten run to Burnley. To Burnley, guys. To Burnley, guys. Out of any other team in the Premier League, it had to be Burnley. Sean Dyche is really smiling at this moment. And the other thing that I'm putting this blame on Klopp. Why is he keeping on forcing the players who are not performing so well into the team when he knows that they're not producing anything? Why keep on doing that? It doesn't make sense to me. Firmino is not doing his best. Let him sit on the bench. Put on Diva Origi. He played rather than yesterday. He had only managed to play for only 18 minutes the whole season, guys. 18 minutes in the Premier League, and he only plays 60 minutes. It doesn't make sense for me, guys. Give the guy more time. Let him get used to the game, and maybe he might produce something for you. But also talking about United in the FA, I don't see my team winning in the FA at Old Trafford. The last time we came up with a victory at FA Cup, we came out with a victory at Old Trafford was in 2014, and we are talking with a team that are actually the best team in the league at the moment, who are playing better than any other team, and we are hoping that we can come up with something there. That is just criminal, people. That is just criminal. I don't take that at all, and I don't believe that will ever happen. So take that away in the FA Cup. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I don't believe we get something done. You
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
say
back.
something?
Yeah, I just making I just giving a thought, yeah. So
Hmm.
you know how this is my first appearance on the channel, and
Yes.
I've really enjoyed it for the time. I think I spotted it on when I was searching up like roundups of PL, and then I
Yes.
clicked on your channel, and it is just like, oh shit, let's go. I do like this channel. So I was thinking, yeah. So you know how you're
Yeah.
doing a transfer. Fuck. You know how you're doing a transfer roundup later.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you set up a StreamYard link again, I'll join it and then I'll help talk you through it because I've got my own like rumors with me as well. So if you do that, I can join as well and give you maybe some ideas and um like maybe just give a couple new things for the channel, but it's ultimately up to you because it is
No,
your
don't
channel.
worry. You and the gameplay, you are always welcome. You come in and say your roundouts because he's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
been doing that as well. So you can always come in and say whatever you want to say. Trust me, this is your channel, guys. As much as it is mine, as much as we want
mm,
to grow, you guys
yeah,
will make it possible. sharing these things, telling more friends about these things, people to come in and subscribe. That's the only way we grow. So whatever you want to say, you can all tell anybody that you like.
if you what's it called? When you do your title and it says like roundup, I think it is, and you can how you have an email and it can say at something something
Yes, 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 yes.
at so if you type in like so this is just one of my favorite channels at the Football Terrace or at the United Stand
Yes,
or
yes, 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 yes.
whatever, it will give you an automatic link to that person's channel. So if you have like
Oh,
any other people's on like gameplay with like this guy here, Vitmus, I subscribe. Yeah. So
okay.
yeah, basically, I think you're on 200 subscribers now. Are you?
Really? I don't know. I left it as 199.
I
I'm not
think
even
you
sure.
were you on 199, and
Yeah, I
then
was on
that guy
199.
just subbed.
Let me just check. Yeah, you just told me that you just said this. So
I think you're
let
on
me see
200.
that. Yes, guys, we have officially just reached 200 subscribers. Thank you
Nice.
very much for that.
It's live on
That
air,
is huge.
people. Get it recorded.
Live
Clip
on
it. Clip
air.
it.
Live on air. And I didn't even know. Listen to what he just said. I just
Mm,
subscribed to you, bro, and
and
followed you
follow
on
on
Twitter. Do
Twitter.
the same too. I would do so as well. Thank you very much, sir. This means a lot to me. And by the way, guys, go subscribe to him. I'll try to go find out what he does in this channel as well. Because I always want us to support each other whenever we're doing these things. Because it's never easy, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
never easy.
yeah.
So go subscribe to him as well, guys. It means a lot. I am the
Uh,
200 subscribers. He is exactly. That is huge. That is huge. I can't believe we just
um,
reached
just a
200
quick question
subscribers.
for you. Will
Yes.
you be streaming the? Will you be doing like a watch along Man U Liverpool?
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
I
okay.
will.
I might join you on that.
I'm always supposed to do so.
I might
But
join you on
when we are
that.
doing the watch along and stuff like that, or maybe I might do it on the StreamYard. I've never done it before on StreamYard. I've always
Yeah,
done the watch along on.
maybe just continue doing it on here because then people will actually have to download it and it's like more effort and then people might not actually come on the stream so you get less views. So if you do
Okay,
it on YouTube and set up a link, I think that would be better because it will actually um you would get a better trajectory upwards because of the way you set it up. YouTube is a much bigger app than StreamYard.
exactly,
StreamYard. This is what we're using now to talk to each other. StreamYard. So
exactly.
yeah. I mean, like nothing is really going on in the transfer world, is there? I think it was. Do you know Fabrizio Romano?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, Fabrizio. He said nothing will really be done. Like we've seen Arsenal today sign a backup goalkeeper with Matt
Keeper.
Ryan.
Then also they're about to sign the Real Madrid player.
Yeah,
They
Odegaard. Yeah, I don't even think that he's that good, but I think Arsenal fans obviously get gassed. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, nothing's really happening until now. Like we've got last night, we had like what's it called? Upper Meccano news with
with the Bayern
like
Munich.
yeah. I think he was going to Bayern Munich because Alaba's heading to Real Madrid. So if
Yeah,
Alaba's
yeah.
heading to Real Madrid, they're going to want an up and coming centre back. So yeah, that's going to happen. And also, I think if United were to get a centre back, because you know how Lindelof is Solskjaer's favourite centre back, I
Yes, yes, yes.
want us to talk about just make sure. um,
Yes, yes.
Basically, all I wanted to say was that if Ollie was to get a centre back and be actually backed by the Vorts, because he'd never got any of his favourite targets. He didn't get a
Yes,
centre
yes, yes.
back, never got a CDM, and he never got a right winger. He wanted Sancho, didn't get Sancho. He wanted a centre
You
back,
guys are
never
not
got a.
getting Sancho. You're not
And
really serious about this
yeah,
Sancho
I know. It drained the life out of me. But anyway,
thing.
basically, uh, what I was thinking was if we're not getting Sancho and we're not either going to get Grealish, because I don't think Grealish was coming to United. Not. I love Grealish, but would he really suit the profile? I know Cavani's here for another year because I think we're going to extend his contract. But realistically, Ollie never got his top targets. So I think
Exactly.
the people who call them PE teachers he's actually overachieved. He's actually overachieved. Like realistically, if he got where would we be if he actually got his transfer targets? Like we would be,
That'd be
we
crazy.
might be even more because we dropped points against Leicester. If we had a centre back, that goal would have never happened. That was a 2-2 draw. So that's another 3. That's 2 more points. No, that's 3 more points. What is it? No, it's 2 more points. 42. So be on 42.
Exactly.
We're the first team to reach 40 points. Well, I think who else did we drop it points to? Imagine if we had a right winger
You
that
dropped
would
it to
created.
Tottenham, you dropped it to Crystal Palace in the first
Yeah,
game
like
at Old
what?
Trafford.
Yeah. What I mean is like with the draws, like Chelsea, if we had a right winger who could create, that might have been a different outcome because we were the better team that day, and also we were the better team on the overall against City. But I think if Ollie is a PE teacher, why is he first in the league? The salt from what's it called, rival fans is just ridiculous. I love looking at it. I wake up.
That's how like that is exactly what we're meant to be doing. Before I go anywhere, you want us to talk, bro? Make sure you follow me on Twitter so that we can chat. Okay, I'll do so, sir, and I'll
Do you
take
think?
you
Do you
to the
think?
collect.
Right, Vitmus, by the way, do you want to come on and stream your? If you don't, I will
There's the
find
link.
you. No, I'm joking. um,
Okay, like I'm
I
saying,
need the
listen to me.
affinity girl.
Yeah,
Right,
like
okay,
I'm
you
saying,
carry
what
on.
you're saying is this. What
Yeah.
you're saying is this. Oli has not been bagged by the board. That's
Yep.
100% sure. That is no new news. We have also watched it from the football terrorists and everywhere. We know that he has not been bagged.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
that is a fact. So on top of that, we actually know that I think is unlike any other manager, is too soft to the board. He was not gonna go to their face like, let's say per se, like what Jose Mourinho was doing to the board, exposing them out there in the public. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna be quiet and try to work with whatever he has. Because I think one thing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is good at is main management. That's why
Yeah.
every time whenever they're
Yes.
always talking about sacking him,
Yes.
he has been able to get good results because the players have been backing him because he's able to do that. So that's one thing that people have to remember about him, that he's really that good at that. He's able to manage the squad that he has. And it seems like the signing of Johnny Van der Beek, I think it was the board's decision. I don't think it was his.
Yeah.
They didn't back
You
him and
know,
they bought a player that he didn't want. That's why maybe he's not getting the game time
I
because he
think.
doesn't fit to his plans that he has set up for.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know if you
honestly
understand what I
think
mean.
that Donny van der Beek wasn't his signing. I don't think he ever wanted him, but I think what he's
No,
doing
it wasn't
is
his
when
signing.
Paul Pogba does leave, because you know with the rumours and that with his agent and that.
With Bergent and the Real Madrid and
Yeah,
all
he's been
the
flirting
Juventus
for a
want
long
him.
time. He's playing for a move. I know he is. He's trying to up his
I said
value.
it yesterday in the transfer window. If you listen to me,
Yeah.
I said it that Pogba, the way he's playing right now, it's not because he's saying that he wants to stay with United. It's saying that Real Madrid, what's up? I'm giving you what you're looking for. Juventus, what's up?
Yep.
I'm giving you what you're looking for. So he's saying that he wants to go. That's why he's giving all these things. So it's just a matter of time before we heard that he's gone.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time
I think
because
then
now I think his agent can now stand up and say to the teams, give us the money. The player is giving you what you're looking for. So when you want
I
him, you have to pay up.
Yeah, I think what we've seen with United and Liverpool is Ollie was treated disgustingly, and he always has been
Very.
by the board. He's like, did you see the article when this is not false? They were speaking to Poch when he was like, when we lost to Arsenal and we were lost to Başakşehir and everyone was getting gassed. Oh, we're getting Pochettino. Oh, and then we
I
beat
remember that.
Everton. And
Yes.
since that day, he said, you're not gonna ruin us. And guess what? Since that day, we've been unbeaten in the Prem. So
Yeah.
I honestly think what Ollie's doing is special, and I don't think he's never seen any credit. Imagine if this was Lampard or Bielsa in Ollie's shoes, he'd be like, "Oh my days, what a manager, best manager in the world." Just because it's Ollie, I think because
You
I
know what?
think there is a bit of in the media. This isn't
Mm,
like directed to many people, but there is a bit of unconscious bias, assuming people just
100%.
because like Lampard is English. If he wasn't English and he was Norwegian like Ollie, I guarantee you he
You'll
would
be
have been
sacked and
treated
gone.
so much worse than he is now, because he's, what is it? 8th? That is
Yeah, I think it's
shocking.
8th or 9th or something.
Exactly,
But
that's
you
shocking
know
for a
what?
team who spent 250 mil.
You know what? One thing that I always enjoy and love about United, I don't support United, I just watch them enjoy whatever that is happening.
Yeah.
One thing that I've learned to love about your team, you have a lot of fans that can be divided against them, and there will be still a lot of noise that you hear from that,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how big United. It's unlike Liverpool. Liverpool waited around 30 years without winning the title. So
Yeah.
we went from being angry and to a point to accept that that's where we are. We are just not going to be winning things. And now that we are able to do it, we have won something after a long time. We have nothing to do but just stick out with the ones that has made us win. Because
Yeah.
trust me, we have been craving this thing and now we are getting it. We don't know what to do with it.
Uh,
Unlike United, Sir Alex Ferguson has made you achieve a lot. You have known what
yeah.
glory is all about. And for the fact that you have to be standing there and you watch another guy keeping on trying like what the Liverpool are
Yeah.
able to accept,
Yeah.
most of the fans are not going to take that. And most of the fans are going to take that because of looking of where they're coming from. So that's where Oli is in the middle
Yeah.
of. Fans who have been spoiled by receiving a lot by one man and they're expecting to every manager to do that, and the other fans who are willing to be saying that yes, we can accept that. So trust me, he was always gonna be getting that because United
Mm.
is a big job because there are a lot of people who are following United. So
Yeah.
that is my clear 100% assessment over United. If I have to be honest with
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say, with the individual brilliance thing,
you. Mm.
every team has it. Like, when Company, what was it? When City won it in 1819, when Company hit that strike and it went top bins against Leicester, and that won it. That was a
That
moment of
ball broke
individual.
my heart.
That was a moment of individual brilliance. Oh no, no one's talking about that because it's Man City. Remember
City.
Liverpool when Trent crosses? That was a moment of individual brilliance. No one's talking about that because it's Liverpool. But if that happened, if that was Maguire, let's say, and we were about to win the league, and our last day was Brighton, and we just beaten
Mm.
Leicester due to a thunderbolt, you'd be like, "Oh, that's individual brilliance." But
Trust me.
but because it's
You know one
City,
thing that I've learned. One thing I've learned
yeah,
because of what Ole Gunnar what Sir Alex Ferguson did with United in the recent years, where most of us, 90% of all of us who are now football fans who are doing all these things, we were starting to watch football. We were only
yeah,
watching United winning under Sir Alex Ferguson. So United didn't only become the enemy of maybe Liverpool only. It's the enemy of Chelsea fan base, Arsenal fan base. In fact, Arsenal it's even worse and all other teams. So you understand that in the
yeah,
situations like, for example, the brilliance that Trent Alexander-Arnold did with Barcelona, it
yeah,
was a point where teams were saying that Liverpool have not won the league. So that moment of brilliance, yes, it is a moment of brilliance, but it doesn't matter because Liverpool have not won the Premier League. But did you see last year when we were at the verge of actually winning the league without losing any game?
yeah,
How Arsenal fans became so salty over Liverpool, how Chelsea fans became so salty because they were looking that Arsenal were looking at their unbeaten run that was about to be broken by Liverpool. And they created this anger on them and they just got angry. And Chelsea fans, they were angry that Liverpool were now winning games and not them. And they came after Liverpool. So all these fans always come whenever now they're feeling uncomfortable over the situation. Right now, trust me, the most fan base that has been going over the Liverpool was Manchester United because we were close to be catching you guys on the 20
yeah,
titles, which you are about to make 2021. But now that you are at a comfortable situation, you are smiling. And the only people who are angry are us because we cannot accept you to be going too ahead of us because we thought we were breaking what we were covering the distance. So it
mm,
always happens like that in the world of football. Manchester City can win 3 or 4 in a row Premier League. Nobody will give a damn because they're Manchester City. They only have 6 or 7 titles. Nobody really cares about that. But let them move to at least 19 or 20 closer to us. That's when
mm.
people start talking about them. Pep
Could I just?
Guardiola is
No,
yes.
no, you go on.
Pep Guardiola is a manager who he doesn't enjoy being at Manchester City because he doesn't receive the attention that Jurgen Klopp or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or even Frank Lampard they receives because
Yeah,
his team,
yeah,
unlike the rest, is still the smaller team. So that's what he's always gonna be fighting against. And guess what? The fan base is the worst. Manchester City.
I might go on a 5-minute little bit of a rampage here, but
Yes.
I think the teams that deserve the most credit this season. Hang on, let me start with this. You know, Leeds. I think they are
Yes.
the most overhyped team I've ever seen. Villa are what the media make Leeds out to be. Leeds have been bloody rubbish. They've been found
Oh,
out.
wow.
Marco Bielsa got praised for losing 6-2 to United. Like, I
That
mean,
was crazy.
I don't know. And then Chelsea, how on earth have they not been absolutely smacked by media just because he's English? And also, Oil City, I don't call them Man City, they're Oil City because they should be doing this season in, season out, just because they spent $500 million on their defence. And they've
Imagine
spent more
defense
money on
only.
their defence than Iraq have. So I mean, like, come on, they've got to be doing this week in, week out. Did you see the goal against Villa, Bernardo Silva's, when he was
Yes,
way off? So, oh, that day.
I know.
I mean, we get jammy with a couple of VAR decisions. He's 15 yards offside. I mean, Dean Smith has every right to be complaining. If I was
That's
a
saying
Villa
that it's a
manager,
new
I'd be like,
rule and
you,
stuff
what are
like
you
that.
doing?
They're saying it's a new rule, so it's like we are forced to just accept that is the new rule, and we have to go. I still said this. You can even ask a gameplay if he's here. I said it. That was the most game where the team was hard done. If I have to say, Aston Villa deserved something out of the game. They
Yeah,
played so well. It's not like the
especially,
United game where I could actually see that United are just over this Fulham team. They are just doing
yeah.
more. They're just playing so well. City played well. They were attacking
Mm.
well, but Aston Villa also gave them that match and they attacked.
Do you think?
And
Don't sorry to interrupt, but don't you
yes, it's
think
okay.
um Villa deserve a lot of credit for that performance? They had 3 days training. They've been self-isolating. They didn't deserve to lose that game. When they get back and
Trust
forth,
me.
they've got 4 games in hand. I mean, like,
Trust me.
come on, that's never happened in Premier League history. If you didn't know, that's a fun fact. So
Trust me.
yeah,
I've become after the 7-2 game. I've learned to respect Villa no matter whatever I want to say. You just have to respect that
yeah,
team. That team is now playing like a team that deserves to be in the Premier League. It's not like
yeah,
last season when they were working so hard to survive to be in the Premier League, but they're
yep,
playing like a team that deserves to be where they are. So you
mm,
might not be giving them credit, but they deserve that credit because they've
yeah,
earned it.
yeah,
They've
yeah,
earned
yeah.
it a lot.
Just one more point.
Yes.
I think Leeds are overhyped just because they've been praised for losing games. I mean, they're a good side. I like the way they play. They've been smacked up 3-0. I think what the media got on my days, they lost 4-3 to Liverpool and they gave them a real hard go.
I
And
blame
that's when the
Liverpool for
media
Leeds praise.
started to praise Leeds and for their full,
I
like,
blame I blame Liverpool for Leeds praise. We
yeah,
let them
Liverpool, what are you
interfere.
doing? Why'd you do this?
What we did in that game was what gave these guys the hype
Mm.
and believing that this team is actually something. But they're nothing, for Christ's sake. They're nothing.
I was watching the Football Terrace, yeah, on the
Yes,
preview. When I was playing with I just listen to it. I don't actually look at it when I'm gaming. I don't double
yes.
screen. But when this guy was so confident, he said 3-1 Leeds at United at Old Trafford, and
Oh,
then
I remember
there
that
was
game.
rival fan that was saying, you know what, I'm going to go 5-3 Leeds. Reality check, 6-2 Man U. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Because
yeah,
one thing
yeah.
that I've discovered about Leeds, it's one of the most craziest team in this world. There's no way you're gonna win against the team when you're attacking at the same time you're opening the back. You can
Yeah.
never win in anything.
They don't have the squad to do that. They don't have like the defense. Their defense is that I love the way they play. I reckon if he had a better squad, I don't actually think they would do as well because all these players he brought in for a specific reason for a specific job, and they've done it
Yeah.
well so far. But I realised something when I was watching them. When
Mm.
they lose the ball inside their own half, they've got 7 or 8 players in the opposition half. If that ball does not
Imagine,
come to them, they're done for. Like, Calvin Phillips is
imagine if it's
always
a
going to be
counter attack.
overrun because he's one CDM.
Imagine, imagine if they were playing with the 2016-17 Liverpool, the one that was so good in counter attacks, or the United that we know of right now of Marcus Rashford, what they do whenever they're on the counter attack. How many
Yeah.
goals would that be losing? they will be losing even about 9 or 10 goals because they allow goals in so easy. It's easy for teams to score against them.
Yeah. I think United have built a system that suits all players. Donny van der
Trust me.
Beek is on the bench because Ollie didn't want him in the first place. I really like Van der Beek. I think he should be over Scott McTominay, but Scott McTominay recently has been solid. But Van der Beek,
All
what
he
I
has
find
is
with
a
him,
system.
yeah,
All he
he
has
has a
is
system.
system,
He's
and
got to
that's
follow
who
it.
we
And if you want to win
with
Prem
John Van der Beek,
titles,
according to him.
like, how can you criticize Ollie of like benching Van der Beek when we're top of the league? I mean, like, come on, it's obviously paying off. And I saw I was watching the Fulham game. It was like, how is Lookman not offside? But the response and the mentality of this club now has grown from being deprived of
Trust me,
losing 2-0 to
I keep
Liverpool
referring
and
to this
feeling
game because
frustrated during a 0-0 draw. Sorry, go on.
I still keep referring to this game because I saw something different from United. The Wolves game, that's what turned everything around. The belief after that 93 goal that Marcus Rashford scored,
Yeah,
United started to believe that they can do that. And trust
yeah,
me, whenever a team has that kind of talent that United has, and they believe they can win they can win a title, it doesn't matter if the manager is a PE teacher or what, they will definitely do
yeah,
that. They'll step up in games because they believe that they can get something out of every game. It doesn't matter how bad the game they're playing, they're doing exactly what Liverpool were doing last season or the season before when people were calling them the mentality monsters because they are going against the teams when you believe that they're losing the game. You never
yeah.
believe they can come in and they still do that. And for that, I'm telling you, United are going to do a lot of things and they're going to win the
Um,
title.
I just want to say United will do things this season because Ollie is overachieving with the squad. He's
Mhm.
obviously doing that. He's got a better squad than most teams, and he's
Yes.
where he deserves to be. And what I've seen recently, we're scraping 1-0, 2-1 wins. The exact same thing, maybe like a 4-0 or a 3-0 would
What
do well
you are
against
doing,
Sheffield United, like you did against, I think, Southampton. You went straight. Remember when you beat Norwich in the 83rd minute? This is exactly like Marcus Rashford against Wolves, the 1-0 win. Maybe later on, but
I have a
you were
better one for
poor.
you. I have a
Yep.
better one for you. Last season, we were playing Aston Villa at their own home ground. We
Yep.
played until it was 985, where we scored our first goal when they were leading by one
Oh,
goal to nil.
Robertson and
Then we
Mane, yeah.
scored the last single goal in the minute to win that. That
Yeah.
is how United are playing like this season. And
Yeah.
believe me or not, whatever you say, it's looking like you guys can actually go for 21 in 2021.
Yeah,
As scary as that
yeah,
is for me.
it must feel
That is
so
how it looks
like
like.
there's I was just watching this Liverpool channel who was like saying I can't wait for us to score against Burnley, and then they end up losing 1-0, and he responded to it. No, people were calling. Have you heard of Anfield Agenda?
Yes, I know it. I know it.
Yeah,
I was watching.
and he has a shape his head like an egg. So people were like, if people were making fun of him, I actually really felt sorry for him because I honestly, whenever they concede, I feel sorry for this guy because he actually was in. I think he might have been in tears. So what
I
I think,
respect him a lot. I respect him a
y-
lot. He's actually one of the
yeah,
guys that I watch a lot. I respect
yeah,
him a lot. But
yeah,
it's always like that, you know.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
always like
yeah,
that. We just have to move on and accept the situation where we are at the moment. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
we are that bad.
Just to point out, I forgot what I
Mm.
was going to say. You know, Arsenal recently they're doing well.
Yes,
They're facing Southampton on the FA Cup, then they're facing Southampton in the Prem. Then they've got a
yes,
really tough run of fixtures with Man U, Leeds, Leicester, stuff like that. Do you
yes.
think they could actually come out with at least 9 points of the 12 possible?
9
With the
points of the
way they're
12.
playing right now, yeah, with the backup, they're getting
With the way the
Odegaard,
Aubameyang and the Saka and this guy called Stinro are doing, you
yeah,
know what? It's gonna be interesting to see. I think
yeah,
let's give them the FA Cup game to see what they can offer against Southampton. If they don't,
yeah.
then
They've got
they're
to
gonna be in trouble.
show their squad depth,
Exactly.
and because the thing is with me, Arteta,
Mm.
I think has personally been backed. Look at his signings that he's got,
Even in
he's
January
got
transfer.
he's got Ryan, he did today, he signed Ryan, Gabriel,
Yeah.
Partey, Ceballos,
William.
Pepe. Basically, Pepe's his signing because Unai Emery was sacked after 2 months of Pepe being at the club, so that technically counts. But then we move on to who else did he get? He got Ceballos. He renewed a
Sabias.
lot of contracts.
Yes, yes.
He's also got he's frozen
William.
out a lot of players that I'll give credit for because Ollie did the exact same thing in his first year. He got rid of like Herrera, players that didn't want to be at the club. But what I
Exactly.
won't give credit for, 4 games and some Arsenal fans have just like there was this guy that aggravated me. There was just their 3rd win. I think it was against West Brom 4-0.
Yeah.
And this guy said, Smith Rowe has the brain of Prime Xavi. Do you know who you're talking about, mate? Prime
You
Xavi. I'm like, oh
you
my
know, you know
gosh.
what? You know what? Sometimes one thing that I've discovered, I actually thought this was also gonna happen to you guys as United.
Yeah,
Sometimes we find ourselves so excited as the fans that we say things that we will later
you have
on
every right to
regret.
be.
You see, so maybe he was excited. I always watch this guy. What's his name? Igal in the football terrace.
Oh yeah, I
There
love
was
that
a
guy. I was
time.
on his channel
There
earlier.
was
Yeah,
there was a time when they were winning a lot. You understand? They were winning a lot, and they were so excited, saying a lot of things. Then things just turned from the best to the worst, and it looked like it was nowhere to be. So what I'm just trying to say is this: as much as the excitement is there, sometimes you just have to chill in some of the games and
yeah.
just hope. Unless
This is
unless
why.
this is the last week and you know that you are doing these things, do that. It's actually
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't do crazy things. We did that in 2018 Liverpool. We were so excited and so glad that we're winning the game, and we lost the season by only one single point to City. And
This
I'll
guy,
never forget that season. It's that season that humbled me a lot.
yeah, this is why Arsenal fans get bantered. They're like, why are we being bantered? Like, we won a match. Because you
Trust
come
me,
out
now
with comments like that. I mean, you
crazy
won
comments
against
you
West
cannot back when
Brom.
you lose.
You
That's
won
when
against West Blimmin' Brom. I mean, they're rubbish. My nan could do a better job than Sam Allardyce. Like they're
also
that
like
bad.
we're actually talking about that. It reminds me also the same with the Chelsea fans. I always watch the football terrace a lot, and I always try to look because it has a lot of fans. It's exciting to watch. There's
Yeah.
a guy by the name Monster. He was busy
Oh
telling
yeah,
people. He
monster.
was
Yeah,
busy telling people pray
we're
for our
gonna win the
rivals.
league. We're
He
gonna
was
win the
actually
league.
attacking Liverpool out of every other teams and every team,
Yeah.
and they have been humbled. Look where they are now. They're humbled. They
Now
don't
he
even
said,
come.
like there was this time when he said, I think it was after the West Ham game when they were awful but still won 3-0, and he was
Mm.
like, you know what, we're gonna win the league the next season. Lampard out. If we can't beat Arsenal, I mean, this is when you get to the point of when this is what life and society has come to. It's like
Exactly.
you're like a sandal, mate. You're flipping and flopping. Stop it.
And,
Make a
it's,
make a
it's funny.
consistent view.
It's really crazy. You don't get it because people
Yeah,
don't even
yeah,
know what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
saying. They say one thing today and the next day they've just changed. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even. When we bought Thiago Alcantara, I went crazy on this channel saying that we're gonna win the league. Then we lost to Virgil van Dijk. Then I was like, oh my god. And on the same game, we lost to Virgil van Dijk and Thiago Alcantara. Then I was like, oh man, what the fuck? And I was telling people that we are, and people were like, and I remember Klopp saying that the week before people were saying we're gonna win the league. Now that a week later that we've lost these people are even asking, are we gonna survive in the Premier League? And we did good. And the thing to players like Diego Jota who were stepping up when we
Yeah,
need them
yeah,
to.
yeah,
They made it so exciting. Then Klopp made the
yeah,
we used the decision putting him in a game that he wasn't even supposed to be in, and we lost everything. Those are the situations that tells you that we have to be careful with things that we say as friends, because when we now being asked at our words, we chicken
yeah,
out in the side, and it's
yeah.
always funny to see it in the Premier League.
If you had, this is I'm just gonna do some quick fire questions just because
Yes,
I love being on this channel, man. It's so sick to
yes,
be on
yes, yes.
like a show on StreamYard. Yeah. If you were to buy 2 players, or no, let's say if you were to buy a player, who would it be
Mm.
and why? Like a centre back.
Right
Let's
now,
say if you yeah, right now.
a centre back, a centre back. I want Opa Makano.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Or
knew.
Ben White?
I could. I actually have telepathy. I think we have telepathy. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I
I
would
wanted
go
to
with
know.
I think you guys need. You've got pace with Fabinho. I think he actually was lucky to get away with one last night. He
Yes,
kicked
yes.
someone down the spine. Joel Matip. I might have to
Matip
put
is
a
never
video
fit.
link. I'll put a video link later in the transfer roundup show.
Yes, yes.
His walk is probably the weirdest walk I've ever seen. It's like he's a man.
Really?
He's so weird. Like I've seen him like sprint, but it was a sprint walk. He was like, it's so weird. But I
That's
would
crazy,
personally
right?
sign David Alaba as centre
Yeah.
back or Upper Meccano just because he's experienced, out of contract. He wants like
David
350k a
Alaba, we
week.
cannot get him.
Yeah,
David
he wants
Alaba, we cannot get him.
350k a week. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's equivalent over the 4-year deal. He would be getting paid 80 million. We played Harry Maguire 80 million basically to Leicester. If you're getting Alaba, who's so versatile, left centre back in a back three, centre back in a back four, left back in a back four, or left wing back in a back five,
He's a
this
passport.
player is a very good player. So
He's
I
really
think
good.
what Bayern are doing is thinking ahead. They're thinking ahead because they know Alaba's going. He's going to Real Madrid.
Yes.
United don't have a competent board, so we wouldn't get him anyway. We
And
struggle
yeah.
under competition. So I think what's going to happen now, we're going to see a decline of Liverpool this
Yes.
season. They're going to go on
Yes.
maybe a bit of a run. They'll say they're going to win the league again. Some fans, because some fans will always stay positive. Like all fans have a tie in their fan base.
Yes.
But, I would say this top six. Sorry, is going to be sixth place, Chelsea. Fifth place, Spurs. Fourth place, Leicester. Third place, Liverpool. Second place, Man U, and first place, City. Just because City this season they have such a solid defense. I would love United to win it, but their mentality is there. They've won it before. They've won it all before. And what I think is now going to
One thing that
happen.
I saw in that Aston Villa game by City, there was a moment when Kevin De Bruyne went out with that injury. There was a moment.
2 to 3 weeks, by the way.
Yes, 2 to 3 weeks. Wow, that is huge. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
That is
look
so
at the
huge.
fixtures they've got coming up. He'll be back for the Liverpool game, though.
Yes,
So-
yes.
Yeah, but still,
That's-
they're going to miss that creativity. But look at the squad and depth. They can like sub them. Let's say Gabriel Jesus put up front, and they can put Bernardo Silva and Cam.
Exactly.
So
There
I
was
don't think they'll struggle too much.
was 15 or something minutes in that Aston Villa when I could actually feel like I was watching the City that got the century, if you remember. They were so hungry to get that goal. They were fighting. They were trying by everything. And I told somebody that I was watching with it. Then I was like, City are just a point behind United. And they're playing
They're
like this.
2 points with the game in hand,
2 points
though.
behind with the game in hand. They're gonna do like what they did with Liverpool in 2018, where United are gonna be chasing them and they'll still stand by that 1 point and win this season, which is going to frustrate you guys and it's gonna be so painful to watch because they have the advantage of a game in hand. And trust me, Guardiola with an advantage of a game in hand is a dangerous Pep Guardiola. He can pull out some crazy things you're not expecting, and that's where I'm afraid of. You're gonna see it, but we'll see.
I think what Chelsea's problem is, Lampard. So Ollie, if Ollie had a Chelsea squad and he was doing this bad, he'd be getting destroyed on social media.
And you'll
But
be hammered.
right,
You'll be
I'm
hammered.
gonna get off this topic with the media stuff. I don't think it's like nice talking about the unconscious bias, and I think it does have a bit of racism to it. That's just it's not necessarily skin color. It's sometimes it is, but it's normally nationality, which is I think is really bad from the media. And especially Chelsea, they bought 8 players. They should have bought 4. Why?
100%.
Look at their squad. They didn't even have Kante or Giroud on the bench, and they still had Werner, Havertz, Abraham,
Those are
Pulisic,
crazy
Cullen
players
Hudson-Odoi. Exactly,
to have on
and
the
Lampard.
bench.
What Ollie shows is ruthlessness. Like he's shown with Donny van der Beek, he's gonna wait his chance. Like Giroud's gonna leave. He is, isn't he? Because they've been linked to Haaland, haven't they? So maybe we
Yes.
could do that later. I'll join you on StreamYard
Yes,
for that one
exactly.
again. But I would also say that maybe there's something that I don't think he's showing any much ruthlessness. I think he's sticking to his youth. He bought 8 players. 8 players. Like all he does is it's like Liverpool crossing in Shalat FC. They're absolutely
Guess
awful.
what?
Like they
No, you
don't
know
have
what?
a plan B.
You know what's happening? Frank
Yeah.
Lampard has these good players that are all over around him, but he just doesn't have the tactics to back all the good players he has.
Yes.
You see a guy with the players that are up front who people know that their best play is in the feet. And
Yep.
he thinks that crossing the balls without Giroud inside there will magically just make a go in. That like exactly what was happening yesterday with Liverpool against Burnley. They kept hitting the balls up, when we know that there's nothing that is coming from the air. At the same time, we could actually tell that even in the feet, if the ball falls to players like Firmino, nothing was coming out. They took out Origi, who was at least was able going to do that air balls or actually balls down there. He was able to produce something. They took him out and they kept these guys. And I'm like, what's wrong with these guys? What's wrong with these guys? And that's where we fail, and that's where our downfall came from.
If you had a bench like Chelsea's, you would have used him at half time. I bet. Origi, how on earth did he not score? I don't know. That chance, I watched it. Was like, okay, right.
You know what?
You're in.
You know
You got to
what
score,
happened?
Origi. You got to score. Okay, he's fluffed it. That is why he's not a top
You
six
know what
striker.
happened? You know what happened to Origi on that ball? He was in his mind when he got the chance. He was thinking, "This is my moment. This is my moment. I've only played 16 minutes in this game, so let me kick it right now before the keeper has any chance to hold me in." And that's where he failed it. He was overthinking a lot in his mind.
Right, 1 second. I'll be back in a second.
Exactly. If he had maybe he's been the Origi of 2018 when he was getting some game time after game time, game after game time, he was going to easily pass that goalkeeper and have an empty net to score because he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So he panicked and he kicked it from outside, and that's where he fell because in his mind he was having a debate, he was fighting against himself, and he failed to that trap. And I feel sorry for him for not getting game time because Klopp is keeping on putting players who are not doing anything, who are not producing anything, and hoping for a better result. You see, that's where the problem went with Origi there. But I don't know. It's just that I get frustrated whenever I start talking about Liverpool at the moment. It's just that crazy. Anyway, I don't know. I think we've covered everything, Mr. Daniel.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh.
Okay, something's off now, guys. So, guys, we have actually stressed, and now it's almost 1 hour 30 minutes since we've been live on the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. I did see you, Mr. Ice Willow. I did see you were on the stream. Thank you for being there. I could not call your people that we were calling there because it was really crazy. I was not going to do that. You are back.
Yeah. I just needed to upload something. Yeah. In lockdown, I went through a bit of a tough time, so I just needed to. I think I maybe just dealing with a bit of depression, but I'm now good now. I'm good now, but no. We never know because I was just so sad, exhausted. I talked to my mum and dad about it. The day after, I felt much more refreshed. I took away a lot of time from the media, but I'm much better now. But yeah, it was a tough time then. But
lockdown was just the worst.
Yeah. It is.
Corona
It does
is the
suck.
worst, but the lockdown just made it worse.
It does make you realize you are lucky to have such good people around you.
Exactly.
But yeah, right. What else is there? Oh yeah, Leicester. Are they overachieving? I think they are, but I think they deserve to be where they are. What about you? What do you think about them?
Now, when it comes to Leicester City, you know what? They have a good manager. Nobody can disagree with me and say Brendan
Yep.
Rodgers is not a good manager. On top of that, they've managed to get good quality, good players who are working so well to fit up with the team. But you know what? I feel like it feels like there's this, like, let me just say, this line that is
Yeah.
there. It feels like Brendan Rodgers cannot go over. So what is going to happen? He's going to work so hard. It looks like he's actually achieving. Then at the end, they're just going to fall down. That has always been the situation with Brendan Rodgers, and that's what is going to happen again. As much as we want him to achieve something, as much as we want him to get something, he's always going to fail whenever we need him. But exactly where they're exactly at the right position. They deserve to be there. They deserve to be the way they are at the moment. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely see what happens with this team.
It's me. Is it me? Am I back? I
Yes,
think
yes,
I'm
yes.
back. Yeah. I think it was just me.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I just. Oh, 1 second. Oh gosh, got a stretch. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, like realistically, I think
Mm,
what's happened now is because last year I looked at people who were Ollie out.
yes,
I'm quite a reactionary fan, but I was Ollie out at a point when we lost to Burnley. I
yes,
mean, many
yes.
of your
Yeah.
fans are turning on
I, I,
Klopp
I
now.
discovered that gameplay. Love that game
Um,
a lot.
but I was Ollie out. But when we got Bruno and I saw a performance by
Mm,
Manu, I was immediately like, bam, this could be that. Chelsea, maybe it
exactly.
was a bit of a fluke. But ever since that game, Manu have never been beaten away from home.
That is huge. That is definitely huge. That is definitely huge. I've just discovered something as well. I've just discovered something as well.
Um, I think it was. I think it was in January last year. Last year in 2020, when you
Yes.
beat us 2-0, and it was fully
Yeah.
deserved. You beat us, but we put on pressure. We were
Yes.
deprived, and we weren't good enough. Next year, after we have all our players fit and Bruno in the side, what happens? We get a 0-0 draw, and we are frustrated. This is starting to see. I'm starting to see the mentality of this football team now. We've seen.
Exactly.
I saw the Man U players must have seen the City result and like, bam, we need a response. Ollie
We
knows
need
we're
a
in a
response.
title race.
Exactly.
Every manager will talk down the talk of a title race, but inside they know they're in one. And just because
Exactly.
you're just because you think you say you're not, he knows we're top of the league. We don't look at the
Exactly.
table. Of course you do. That's why we
We
conceded
look
in
at
the
the
first
table.
5 minutes because we didn't know what to do. We were deprived and we didn't know what actually we had a lot of
I think
I think it
in a
was nervous
situation.
and pressure.
Exactly, exactly. And I think on top of that, it seems like United were also disappointed with the fact that they felt like the VAR and officials had favored City to be where they are. Now we are playing, and it seems like we're playing against the officials
Hmm.
and the team that we're competing with for the title. So all of that was all over them. And but it seems like when they managed, the Cavani scored that ball, everything came to a calm. Then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went and did this thing in the halftime, and they came back and they
The
played
thing
so
is, we
well.
didn't even make any changes. We
You see,
played much better. Like like we
like I'm telling you, I'm doing this thing that is called the closer look. I keep telling people about it. I'm covering all these things. You started as a second half team. Remember that people were saying that United they always come back with a better second half, but you have grown from that. From the second half team, now you're able to go with the same team and you're able to actually destroy teams. That shows that there's something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing right, something that the players didn't know, but he's doing right, and it's working well with this group of players. So if you have never respected Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think this is just the time to do so because he's doing
yeah
something right.
yeah. I think with the Ollie hours, you know what they're saying now.
Mm,
Oh, this is our players. It's individual brilliance. Why not change our manager in a good mood, in an upward trajectory? Let's change the whole manager and completely change the mood. Do a U-turn and head back down the table. These people. who are Ollie out, will never want Man U to succeed under him. They want him to fail. They've always wanted Poch or Nagelsmann. But he's
It's
shown
crazy.
them. He's shown them.
Yes,
He's
show them that
actually
he
against like let's say he was beaten. Bielsa, Mourinho, drawn with Klopp, beaten Pep, beaten Lampard, drawn with Arteta. Who else did he do? Who
has
else has
been
he
a
beat?
lot of teams.
He's beaten Tuchel twice in
City,
Paris. He's
City
beaten
as well,
Nagelsmann. Yeah, Pep Guardiola. I said that.
twice.
Yeah, he did the double. He did the double, but
Yeah,
maybe not
double
the
last
C.
season. Last
Yeah.
season.
Then who else did he do it on? He did it
He's
on
done a lot.
Poch in his interim manager. He did it on Poch.
You know, I want to say something as well, talking about that. Talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and these managers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've discovered something. There's a problem. I did say this yesterday. There's gonna be a problem because it looks like we have a lot of legends in different teams who have done so well, who are now coming back to their former teams and managing them, which is making it hard for the teams to drop them because they remember what they did as a player. But unlike Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it wasn't like that for him. Everyone were in his neck since he took that job as a caretaker manager. Nobody has given him time. And unlike Frank Lampard, who's failing, unlike Arteta, who was failing, unlike all the other 10 managers who have went back to their teams, who are still being begged by the teams, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he's always proving them wrong, he has been one man who had to prove himself worthy of being in a Manchester United more than any other manager that I've seen at any other team in the Premier League. And for that, if that doesn't change, then you guys, then all the fans are just so salty. They just don't have any respect for any guys. Because he has done a lot, this man. And as much as they keep giving him these names, they don't give him the backing and what, he keeps proving people wrong and they're not looking at that.
He's making
And
use of his squad.
It's funny that I have to take out by the love that I have for the love that I have for Liverpool, and just look at a main point of view, not looking for the rivalry, and see that this man has done a lot. And the worst part is that nobody at the club or the supporters are able to see this.
Yeah,
And
I
it's crazy.
just want to address this. Salah, Firmino, and Mane not firing. If you had to sell Mane or Salah and Robertson or Trent, who would it be? You have to pick two of the four. I would go with Mane and Robertson, because Mane is a brilliant baller, but he's not been hitting on all cylinders. And I think Trent is suspect. I think he is suspect defensively wise. He's been turned over like a blimmin' pack of crisps, and just turned over like tires. And I don't think Trent is. I think he's been poor. Without him going forward, what does he offer? I mean, let's be realistic here. This season, I don't even think he's been that great.
Trent Alexander-Arnold started as a midfielder. Klopp is the one who made sure that he used the idea of how good he was in setting up for the upfront and made him become a player who comes from outside while attacking. So I have to say that Trent Alexander-Arnold is just a matter of time. Give him time. This guy is going to be a club legend. Trust me. I have that feeling he's going to be a club legend for Liverpool. Robertson, on the other hand,
he
has done a lot for me, and it's hard for me. Remember this guy, we bought him for 8 million, guys.
He would die for your club, mate. He would die for your club.
He's one guy who has been so consistent. You know that when we have to look at Liverpool, players like Robertson and Gini Wijnaldum are the players that I don't even think people have to think twice about them being in the club. Because in terms of consistent, not picking up injuries, always standing up, even if when they're injuries, they still always stand up for the teams. Those two guys have done that. And I hate it when teams are attacking them and not giving them the respect that they do deserve, because they've done a lot. So if I have to pick up Salah, Mane, Trent Alexander-Arnold in that one, that will be a tough one, because Mane, as much as people say that he's not doing enough, Salah is capable of doing what he does, because Mane does the dirty work. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Salah doesn't function to do whatever he's doing right now without a backing of Mane there and Firmino, because they're doing the dirty work of this guy. So people don't look at these things, those small individual things that are working together to make this team to where
Detailed
they are.
things. No
So
one picks
Klopp
up. They
has,
pick on.
has identified these things and is keeping these guys together because he knows that this guy cannot have all this personal glory without having these guys around because they're making this perfect.
They pick on the stats and they look. They don't even. They base someone off if there's a major moment. So
Do you
back to
know
the
that in
actual
each and
original.
in each every game, every team, whenever we are playing, we always make sure that we take either 2 or 3 players to deal with money in every game when we go. And it gives more space for Salah and Firmino to do the passes and making him score goals. That's how it has always been with the Liverpool. People have never identified that, but that's all that has been with for Liverpool. It's because of how much we are working. I don't know. What do you want to say? Because it's now
I
actually
just.
about to reach 2 hours before we even stop this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I was just about
Okay.
to say we might need to end it, but
Yeah.
last question, and I will
Yes.
give credit for these are it's actually 2 questions. I will give credit for Robertson transforming him into, well, buying players and making them into £1 million players. Would you
Exactly.
transform Trent into a midfielder? That's just a question. You answer it now, and then I'll ask you in the original question.
Okay. Transforming Trent into the midfield. In the situation like we were like when we have Curtis Jones in South and we have a better player who can play in the defense too, like what Fabinho is capable of doing. If he's doing well in the midfield, I would put him there.
Yeah, and then the second question is
Mm.
the original one: Mane or Mane or Salah and Robertson or Trent.
That one is a hard one for me. I tell you, I can say Salah, but man, I can lose money. I can lose Robertson, either Trent, because that's what that at the moment there's still those guys who mix up Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who
So who
follow
are you
we
going with?
having Virgil van Dijk.
You're going with Mane and Trent.
I'll say I want to keep. I can't take them two. I can't choose them two because I still want Robertson in this team. I still want Trent in this team. I still want Man in this team. Salah, I can think twice on that.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
Salah, I can take him out, but the other 3, man, it has to be. I had to be crazy to do so. But also looking in the terms of contract, Salah, Mane has not signed his contract. He might go, so you might actually have to take him out as well.
I would go with the left side. I would not trade Robertson for Trent. Robertson is brilliant going forward. He's got more assists than Trent this season, and he's brilliant defensively. I would pick Mane because Mane. I just love his hairline. No, I'm joking. It's Mane. I'd pick him because Salah, for me, scrappy player. He can score
Yeah,
worldies. He's a scrappy player. He picks
exactly,
up and scraps. He's always on the through ball. He's quick. But what I don't
exactly.
like about Salah is he's a really nice guy, but he's always diving on the pitch. He's always diving like the West Ham one.
The
Oh my
diving
day!
on the pitch, the
How? I
diving
don't
on the
get
pitch,
that.
I won't even talk
Mm,
about it because
yeah,
you don't even want me to mention about the diving on the pitch. There are a
yeah,
lot of teams that were done better than. But also, one thing I've discovered about Salah, Salah, I think he likes inviting trouble to him. He puts himself under pressure, and it becomes hard for him to actually get away from that. Or
yeah,
he does something, then he traps himself. So it's always that problem. So you never know.
yeah. Right, we might need to end the stream here because we've been going for an hour and 45. So
Wow, I just
for
saw that.
chat.
And gameplay is back. Hello, sir.
You guys are still speaking.
Hello. Yeah, I know,
We've been
mate.
speaking for such a long time.
Mate, we just been talking for days, bro.
What's up,
We're
sir?
just talking about Mane or Salah and was it Trent or
Robertson.
Robbo? What? Who would you pick? Who would you pick?
If you have to say that you have to sell 2 of those players, who would you
Yeah,
take out?
yeah.
Mane or Salah or Robertson or Trent? Which one will you pick, Mr. Gameplay?
Money and Ward. Wait, what are you talking about again?
Mane or
If
Salah and Robertson or Trent. You have to pick 2 of the 4.
I would pick Robertson,
Yep.
Mane.
Yeah, but so Robertson and Mane. Yeah, I'd do the same. I don't
So
think
you're
Trent
saying
has
that
been consistent this
you
season.
keep Salah over Mane, you sacrifice Mane over Salah. Is that what you're saying?
It's hard decision, man.
You
Oh
see,
my day. Oh.
where the problem is. Mane over Salah, sacrificing one of those, that's just criminal, people. That's just criminal.
Yeah.
That's just criminal. But like I told you, I would prefer to lose Salah over Mane. Mane, I think he has a lot of
Mane,
things that he offers to that side forward.
Salah for me is a selfish player, although he's not
You
selfish.
see?
He's
One
not
thing, just
selfish in
one
real
thing that
life.
I've discovered also, Salah is more into individual glory over Mane. Mane is more of teamwork. You see,
Yeah.
Salah wants to be the guy who say, "I've scored that ball, I've won this award, I've scored many goals, I've done those things." Man is not even interested in those things. He just wants to see Liverpool saying that we have done that. So I'll prefer somebody who sticks for the team rather than a player who wants to have maybe a Real Madrid in his CV or in his whatever. So that's why I'm always gonna be putting him under the bus.
Right. Yeah, we might need to end it here because we've been going for an hour and 45. Right. Oh, hello. It's Hey Sam. Now we've got another
Hello,
one.
hello, Mr. Sam. Hello, hello, hey Sam.
Wait, who's that?
No, it
Eh?
must have been. You speak, Hey Sam.
You can say whatever you want
What
to say.
kind
How are
of
you?
name is that?
I think he's
Hey,
actually
Sam.
the person
Oh
is
no, he
actually
must be
saying to
talking
me,
to
hi.
Sam.
He's actually saying hi to me exactly. How are you? How are you doing?
Might be having problems with his mic. Oh, you
Yes,
need to
I know.
unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself so that you speak. Unmute yourself. You're on mute. Unmute
Oh,
yourself.
oh,
Oh
Maybe
my
he's
he's
trying.
god.
I don't
Still
think
not
he's
talking.
responded. Nah, he
Yeah, I
ain't
see that is
responding.
trying.
Well,
Say
maybe
something.
take him out again. Maybe take him out and then put him back in. Put him back in the meeting.
We'll see what happens. Hey, hey.
Does he have a mic?
I can't
Oh,
even
he might not have a
unmute.
mic. He might not have a mic.
But anyway, you can always try again, guys. Now
Okay.
I'm actually wondering what should we do because the time is really gone. Should I come back for the transfer window or should we just give the update of the transfer in this one stream? Then I'll divide that when I have time, then put the transfer on the other side and stuff like that. What should
Yeah.
we do? There is a message here
Maybe
from
I think we
How are
maybe
you?
could take
How
him.
are you doing? Yeah, I think it maybe cut the stream, then start it over again so that we are
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
the
What time are you
transfer
gonna do that then? 4
When
o'clock.
you
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
do
I will.
transfer?
I think let me just say we're gonna give ourselves 30 minutes from now.
Hey
Then I
Sam.
come back to start finish up with this. Hey Sam, how are you doing? I saw your message in the private
He
bot
might
chat.
not have a mic. He's just been
Yeah, he
chatting. He
doesn't have
Yeah.
a
might.
mic.
Yeah,
It
I think
happens.
he's gone on StreamYard without maybe thinking it. He did unmute himself at first, but
Yes, and
then
I
he
actually
just
heard
muted.
something from them, and then things just went. Don't worry, you try to come back. We'll be back with the transfer news in 30 minutes time, guys. So
10
thank you
minutes
very
time,
much
right?
for being with us. Yes, let me see. I
Right,
think you
okay.
sent a message in. Hello, hello. There is highly.
Wait.
Hello, hi.
Do you think
You
he
say
can hear
something.
us? Just not. Wait,
Hey,
who
of
is
course he can hear
Higley?
us.
Yeah, he could not hear us.
Who
He
the
can hear us,
hello
but
is
he just
Higley
cannot
in
say something.
gameplay?
If you
Mate,
go to
I'm new,
the
bruv. I'm new. I am new.
yeah, it happens. Okay, how are you? I'm good. How are you doing? Hi Sam. Hi Sam. So guys, we'll be back again in 30 minutes, guys, with the
So
transfer news.
Sam, what do you think about the match tonight? Surely it
Hmm?
was Wolves.
You know what?
Oh,
I've
yeah,
not really
truly
looked at
against
them.
Wolves.
I really don't. I didn't look at that game at
They're
all.
non-league side.
I know.
Imagine if Chorley win.
Real Madrid were beaten by a Division 3 team, so things can happen, people in the world of football. Things
Yeah.
can definitely happen. So I don't know.
Mm,
I really don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait, guys. So anyway, guys, we'll keep saying that we'll leave and we'll never leave this place.
Yeah,
Thank you very
yeah,
much
right. Alright, see
So
you
much
guys
2
in
hours
10.
since we've been here. We'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm actually setting up the stream right now. I haven't even picked
Okay,
any
bye.
Right, see ya.
news. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll be back
Bye.
soon.
Peace.